Back with another recipe that I feel that can be seen as partly seasonal and not seasonal all at the same time. Brussels sprouts peak season is about late August to March area. While this may sound cliche, you really want to focus in on getting your produce during peak seasons. Often we're focused on how much prettier and how much more tasty in-season produce is. When to me, the real value is in how much more nutritionally balanced in-season produce is. All of this comes with a caveat. In-season produce sometimes may be pricier due to demand. The way I see it, if you're budgeting, don't budget your fruit and vegetables based solely off cost, because basically you're budgeting with your health. Don't get me wrong, I've got my fair share of fresh strawberries in December. But being mindful this way will help you constantly rotate your menu, but also the most optimal plants in your diet year round. This recipe found me on the internet and I wanted to sprinkle a little nard dog on it. Brussels sprouts, peanut butter, edamame, all together can make a strong main course, as it's very nutritious, delicious, and high in protein. Let me explain. This is what 4 grams of protein looks like with Brussels sprouts. This is almost, where you going? Is almost the same amount of protein in apples. I could eat this 4 times in one sitting. I couldn't eat this 1 time in one sitting. So when you hear broccoli or kale or any of those other greens are high in protein and you think, well, it only yields about 3-4 grams of protein, think about the amount and how much you would typically eat. This recipe is a quick one. We're starting with Brussels sprouts and we're taking the time to flip each of them over, cut side down. We want that deep golden brown that we get from a considerable amount of caramelization when roasting the vegetables. Since we have them, most of the natural sugar is going to come from the exposed side of the vegetable. This is why we're turning them down. You could season this right on the baking tray. I find you use less oil and waste less dry ingredients whenever you season in a bowl and then stir it around. And I'm fairly cheap, so I don't want to waste anything. We season them well, and the Brussels sprouts could be eaten just like that. But this peanut sauce just elevates the recipe to like a whole nother level. I would usually bring this sauce together with like a tamari or a soy sauce, but I usually just recommend coconut aminos also to replace those. This time I had coconut aminos, so I put it into the dish and can't even tell the difference. Coconut aminos could help the dish be soy free. You would just have to consider what to do about swapping the edamame as well. I would use green beans or even sugar snap peas as a just easy, clean swap. These are good soy-free options, but also if you weren't planning to eat with like your fork and your hands at the same time, you could just dig right in. Edamame though is a great choice. I actually prefer buying it shelled when using in a recipe like this, but I would never skip making this recipe just because when I went to the store, I was unable to find a shelled version. I don't know about you, but I find a certain sense of gratitude and appreciation when eating with your hands in comparison to, you know, having to dig in with your fork. With that said, especially this time of year, don't forget to thoroughly wash your hands and thoroughly wash your vegetables. You don't want to end up sick over simple things such as befouled hands and or produce. Put it this way, a vegetable being the reason that you're in the hospital is kind of like saying money is the reason that you're broke. Put the time and energy into taking care of it so it can take care of you. Check out the description where the recipe is linked, or you can head right over to makeitdairyfree.com and search for the recipe there. I'm so grateful to have you. Thanks for watching, and until next time, believe in good. Peace.